Right now, as I'm speaking here, a war is going on in Israel and Iran. And one of our transcend members at Adhvaitha Conscious Society is stuck in that war in Israel. And recently, just a few days ago, she sent us a personal voice note on WhatsApp. This was regarding an experience that she went through when she was hiding in the shelter when the missile attack was happening over the skies, over the locality that she was in. And of course, we are sharing this with her permission, but I want you to go through this voice note, although there might be some disturbances and the voice was little low because she was tired. I want you to go through this voice note with absolute attention and see how this wisdom of conscious creation and Vedanta helped her turn inward and gain clarity and power over her life and her situation, even in that critical phase of life. And what I want all of us to take away from this is if a person who is suffering in war, where literally missiles are flying over their head, can achieve inner peace, clarity, and that inner power, then the rest of us have no excuse to not be at peace. You might be a very busy professional, you might be leading a team of more than 200 people, like many of the members at ACS, or you might be an entrepreneur who's trying to build big things in the world. Whatever pressure you have, it cannot be compared to this pressure of literally not knowing whether you will live or die the next day. And if this framework and this system can give inner peace during that situation, for the rest of us, it should be easy. And trust me when I say this inner peace is more valuable than all of your money and wealth. If you are a businessman, if you are a professional who has already seen money, you already know this. Nothing can be more valuable than having a system to access inner peace on command. It's worth more than millions and millions of dollars. It's priceless because from that place of inner peace, we can do anything we want and we will be able to consciously command the reality and take care of our responsibilities and perform at the optimal level. So, with that, let's go through her powerful experience with conscious creation.
Hey, Sujanji. So, I wanted to share with you the experience I had this morning. So, during the night, we had a few missile attacks. In fact, from quarter to two in the morning, all the way to the morning, we had on and off and on and off. And each time we had to go down to the shelter, wait until the missile, thankfully, was intercepted and waiting and waiting and then getting the permission to go back to the room. So then we came back home and then again we went to bed and a few minutes later again and we went. So it was a very, very challenging night and we were very tired because we hardly slept. We didn't have the time to fall asleep and we already had to go back to the shelter. So at around 5 in the morning, that was the last attack of the night. At 5 in the morning, we went back to the shelter and we looked at each other and we were, my family and I, and we were all, just from the look, we could see how fed up and tired we are. And so we were all sitting there. Some of them were lying down on mattresses. And I kept telling myself, oh my God, I'm so exhausted. Oh my God, cannot believe it. I'm so exhausted. And then all of a sudden I asked myself, hold on a second. If I can perceive the exhaustion, it means that the exhaustion is something that is an object. It's not who I am. And then I started asking myself questions and then I applied the vichara um, the self-inquiry, and kept asking and asking until I managed to actually focus inwardly, completely absorbed, I would say, by being in that space of the question, of who is the one who is perceiving. And it was really, really deep. And then what happened was that at the end, when we got the SMS that we can leave the shelter, then I felt that I am not that tired anymore. And so I came back to my room and I said, okay, now it's 5:30 in the morning. I can sleep a few hours. I will not put the alarm, and I will just wake up in the next missile attack or whenever my body wakes me up. And so I went to bed and I was sure that I would fall asleep right away. But I couldn't because I felt energized actually. It really, really shifted my energy. It's as if the exhaustion disappeared. And then I slept a little bit. And ever since I woke up in the morning, I'm functioning and I'm actually did a lot of work on the computer that required concentration and things like that and focus. And I'm working really, really well despite the breaks that I have because we have to go to the shelter every so often. But I wanted to share with you that it was really magical for me that I could apply the self-inquiry during a missile attack and in the shelter and with people around me, and the impact that it had on my ability to really stay in the space of that question as well as get rid of the exhaustion. So I wanted to thank you because really I feel that, wow, ACS and especially Transcend and especially the self mastery is really, really, really helping me so much during this period. I want to say period of the war, but it just started on Saturday, so it's only a few days. It looks like I'm in this situation forever. But really, really thank you from the bottom of my heart.